So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Hunter Greene.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
0-2 is the count.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Stepping in, Eli White. Sliced hard but foul. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Happ hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count, 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now the third baseman, Spencer Steer. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. In now for the Reds, Jung-Hoo Lee. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Here's some fun facts about Jung-Hoo Lee. You look at the fact that he wears number 51. Not a shocker, but his favorite player growing up, Ichiro Suzuki. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Elly De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Line drive to Young. Tosses to first. And the Reds go 1-2-3. Back here in Cincinnati. New inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Nick Kurtz. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it. But he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Squeezes it. 1 up, 1 down. Josh Bell at the plate now. Greene, in his 4th year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now it's Paul DeJong up to the plate. That one
That pitch
misses.
is out.
Ball one.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
That one at triple digits.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And a foul ball. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now it's the right fielder, Jake Fraley. On the ground to third. Fair ball.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Half lays off.
2 strikes.
Hit on the ground might be 2. On to second, they get 1, and that's 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Here's the second baseman, Casey Schmidt. Green, back to work. Just missed.
Well, these Phillies, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
So up next, Brandon Lockridge. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1's the count.
Win. Off balance speed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. So the batting order turns over. And now for the Phillies, Nolan Gorman. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home.
Well done. Drives in the run. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Pumping serious gas at 102 on that one. Here's the Phillies DH, Gavin Sheets. Gets him to chase after that one.
0-1's the count.
Stands at second with 2 gone. Check swing, no appeal.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
2 strikes.
Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Got him. That ends the inning, and they limit as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in is the speedy Mason Wynn. That one fouled off.
Well, these Reds definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
And right back to the mound. Tosses to first. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning. And now it's going to be Tyler Stevenson. In the air, right side. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. And that's fouled off. Ripped to third and picked on a hop to first. And they get the out. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Nick Kurtz. And that one fouled off.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Low. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls,
another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Over to Low. 2 up, 2 down. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Happ ranging back on it. Forget it. And they add on. It's 2-0. So 2 down. Paul DeJong stands in for the Phillies. Happ makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Great American Ballpark, bottom 4, and now Spencer Steer. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And a big swing and a miss.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That's out to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. So digging in, Elly De La Cruz. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 1. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
And a rope into center field, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive.
And that is the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And digging in for Philadelphia, Casey Schmidt. And there's a strike.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Fraley should have it. And there's one down. So up next, Brandon Lockridge. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. And they add a run. It's 3-0. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Eli White. That one missing inside. White, 30 years old now, usually in center field, but today starting in left. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
One thing I always felt if I played left field instead of center field was that the ball gets out there to you pretty quick. And the most important play is that ball down the left field.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Ian Happ. Ripped to short. DeYoung throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Mason Wynn, the next to hit for the Reds. The Reds trailing by 3. Last half of inning number 5. Out towards right center field. Kurtz on the move to the gap. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. In the air, out towards right center. Kurtz sizes this one up, corrals it, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the DH, Gavin Sheets. And there's a foul ball. And a base hit up the middle. And a good start to the inning. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nick Kurtz. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That one away inside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. Happ on his horse. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's the Phillies catcher, Salvador Perez. Up the middle, the underhand flip, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Back here in Cincinnati, bottom of the 6th inning. In now for the Reds, Nathaniel Lowe. Next offering, popped in the air, right field. Kurtz hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Spencer Steer getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. Over to first, safe. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a ground ball out to short. DeYoung throws to first in time. And the inning is over. We go to the top of the 7th. And now for the Phillies, Paul DeYoung. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Way out front for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Casey Schmidt digs in now. Lee nabs it. One down. So digging in, Brandon Lockridge. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands.
Low. To Elliott, second for one. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. Bottom of the seventh. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Waldron back to work. Fought off foul.
Well, these Reds, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs. I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Jake Fraley, the next to hit. On the ground to third. To first. Out. And a couple of quick outs. Ian Happ up to hit.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And it drops in. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And they hold him at third, 90 feet away with 2 out.
Back-to-back base hits. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
To the right side. Third out. And we're back, ready to begin the eighth. Now the number 2 hitter, Eli White. And first offering is fouled off. Hard ground ball base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Gavin Sheets now at the plate. 1 for 3. Fastball is outside. Marinaccio measures 6 feet 2 inches, 29 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Here's a 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Win. 1 at second. On to low. It's a double play.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Lee going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Back here at Great American Ballpark, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. And that is out of play. That one the other way, and foul ball. Kicks and fires. Center field. Makes the catch for the out. Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. Chopped left side to Young. Slings to first in time.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Throws to first in time, and that is all set to start the ninth in this one. Here's Josh Bell. And first offering is fouled off. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And digging in for Philadelphia, Salvador Perez. And it gets by him. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. So runners at the corners, nobody out. DeYoung getting ready to hit. Foul! Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here at the top of the ninth. That's back. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow. Runner tagging from third. Casey Schmidt stands in for the Phillies. That's going back. Back some more. And that one is out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-0. One down. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Lockridge. Reaching for it and brings it in. Here's Nolan Gorman. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Lee settles underneath it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound. All over that one right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport, these are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
And the 0-2. Ground ball could be 2. They get 1.
He's out.
Out. A double play to end it. 6-0.